All right, so I believe before you get on semen retention, you need to have these ideas like that you are worthy, that you are lovable, and you just need to be a full human being, or you need to be on that journey to becoming a full human being. Because I believe that if you're going into semen retention on like surface value things, it's only going to amplify. It's really going to amplify all those negative aspects about yourself, and really amplify it to like to the worst extent. It's almost like semen retention is like money. How, some people get some money in their pocket, they lame inside their heart, and then they get that money, they just lame to the most up, like the most highest degree, and it's like people they just be so oblivious and they just don't be knowing, and it's sad to see. I ain't gonna lie, but it's kind of like that, right? They still going through that same suffering, that same pain, trauma, and they think that money gonna wash that shit away. So just don't be, what's the word, blindsided by that money. But even on semen retention, you cultivating more sexual energy. Not cultivating, you are being able to hold that sexual energy inside of you, and it's going to push up a lot of that negative stuff that's out of you. Like, let's say for example, it's been times when I've been on semen retention and I'm angry, right? And I'm more angry and more frustrated, and that has to do with just how I am as a person and the things that I've been through and the things that I'm going through, right? Even when I'm on semen retention, sometimes I realize that I feel more empty. Sometimes I feel like, and more times often than not, it's trying to point me in the direction that I need to be going, right? I feel empty. I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I have no purpose, right? Even though people will tell me, "Oh, Kevin, you're doing the right thing. You're doing great," and things like that, I still feel that way inside my heart. I feel like, damn, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my purpose is. Like I said, I can create all these purposes I want. I can write down like what I'm here to do, all I want. But it's almost like I'm waiting on somebody to come tell me, and that's causing me to feel like this certain type of emptiness or this loneliness and this void. That's the void. And even let me go a little deeper than that. I got a lust problem. I'm about to say that when I'm on semen retention, it almost seems like the lust is almost like it's rising inside of me, and it wants to fill that void. And me internally, I already know that lust, that void can't be filled with lust. And that's kind of why, and through me being able to just practice mindfulness and meditation, I've been able to just be conscious of moments where, I become weak, or even moments where I can feel like the addiction, like trying to creep up on me. And I notice this for everything. When I smoke, let's say when my pops passed and I was starting to smoke and drink more, it was almost like I can feel the addiction like right behind me, like creeping up on you, like trying to put his arm around me just so I could do that. Or whenever I'm feeling them urges to do those type of things, I can just feel the addiction like trying to creep up on me. And that's something that you honestly have to kind of be wary of and be conscious of, because if you don't, that's when you fall off the wagon. But that's why I kind of say that you need to really be on that journey and that path of getting yourself right and getting yourself in kind of, all on one accord. Because when you have these beliefs, it fragments you as a person, right? Your mind will be here, your body is here, but your mind is somewhere else. And it's crazy how consumed you are with these type of things and these traumas that's going on with you. And it just generally just takes away from your presence and reality at this current time and space. So I had to really learn how to really meet my demons head on when I'm on semen retention. I can't really avoid it because, with that extra use of energy, like I said, it's really, I guess if I can put a theory onto it or think why, it wants to show you that, things are not right within yourself, and it wants you to address them, and it wants you to fix it, right? The thing about the human body, or even like when people speak about spirituality, is just, it shows you how deep and how advanced the human body is and how far it goes, and it goes back to thousands of years to just like our ancestors and things like that. But when you really get to the nitty gritty of it, you just really have to understand that, like I said, you can't really produce anything good if you're full of bad, if you're full of negativity. And that's kind of why I push for just being a fully healed person, or at least you on a journey and you conscious of the things that hold you back as an individual. Because when you get that energy, it's like, your body, it's crazy like how many aspects of yourself just operate, right? It's maybe like this sadness aspect of yourself that's always operating and not, and it's actively trying to self-sabotage you, and you wouldn't even know. Your conscious mind don't know it, but your sadness mind or just these emotions know it. But like I said, I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like it's your body and your mind, your emotions, all this is like super intelligence, and it operates out of this one system, right? Out of yourself, and it's always operating, even if you're not consciously aware of it. So yeah, so the goal is to get everybody and everything all on one accord, right? And move forward. So if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Thank you.